In this video, I'm going to go over the top 5 tips and tricks that you should know about your DualSense Edge. Now some of these you may know and some of these you may not, but I'm going to go over them anyways, just in case. Starting with number 1. Now did you know if you hardwire your controller like this and then go to settings, go down to accessories, and from there click on controller, there's a thing that says communication method. If you switch this from Bluetooth to USB cable, it will completely remove any latency delay, and you'll also be greeted with a little icon in the top right to let you know that you are hardwired. Now the normal PS5 controller, or any other Bluetooth controller in general, still have slight input delays, and by doing this, you completely remove any latency delays. So therefore, next time you're playing Call of Duty or Fortnite, when you pull on that trigger, you can best believe that you're getting the fastest reaction possible. Next up, let's dial in that aim. Go down to your stick sensitivity, and then for your left stick, change that to quick. Now, I don't know if you know this, but games like Call of Duty and Fortnite do not allow you to change your left stick. They only allow you to change your right stick. But here, we can kind of cheat the system a little bit and get a quicker response here. Now the right stick, they do allow you to change, which is your aiming sensitivity. Now most pros suggest that you use dynamic, but I suggest if you have dynamic change in your console, just leave it on default, because you don't want two different sensitivities, your controller and your console fighting each other and giving you some kind of weird output. So just leave that on default and change it in a game, or leave the game default and change it on your controller. And if you need just a little bit more dialing in, you can adjust the curve here, plus -5, whatever feels comfortable for you. Another thing that you can do to further tune in that reaction time is to adjust your L2 and R2 ranges in your controller settings. You can change it from 0 to 100 all the way from 0 to 1. So therefore, the next time you pull that trigger, you only got to get to 1 to get the full range, as opposed to waiting for it to get to 100 to fully register. Now when doing this, you also need to shorten your triggers in conjunction with this setting if you're playing any kind of game that's competitive. Next on our list is the back pedal configuration. There's more than one way to do this. You can have the 2 short paddles, you can have the 2 long paddles, you can even have a short and a long paddle. But for the people who are used to having the scuff controllers, did you know that you can actually swap and reverse the paddles to feel more like the scuff that you may be used to? Therefore, you don't have to worry about not being comfortable with this controller. It can pretty much fit to any kind of play style or any kind of comfort level. PlayStation really designed this well, and I'm actually just now figuring out this other configuration. Who would have known? Now another cool feature is the function buttons located below the thumbsticks actually help adjust your audio. Now to do this, all you do is hold down on any one of those function buttons and then push up and down on the D-pad to adjust the volume up or down. Or if you need to quickly hear, you can long press on your mute button and it'll completely mute all your audio, chat and game, so therefore you can take a listen. I think I heard something. Last but not least, number 5, battery life. Now the DualSense Edge controller definitely doesn't have the same battery life as a traditional DualSense Edge. So there's a few things that we can do to make that battery life last just a little bit longer. Once again, go over to your settings, go down to accessories, and from here, go down to DualSense Edge wireless controller. Right here you can change the brightness of your indicator from bright to dim. Now you don't need me to tell you, but the brighter the light, the more battery it uses. So if we drop that down, it should last a little bit longer. Now one more thing we can do is hold down our function button, go to our profile, go to vibration intensity, change it from strong to off. And the same thing with trigger effect intensity, strong to off. Now if you're playing first person shooters, you probably want this off anyways if you want the competitive edge. You don't need any distractions. Now if any of these tips helped you out at all, a like rating would be much appreciated. And if you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button and share with a friend, as well as pull up to the live streams and watch the game, or just come say hello and hang out. And I'll catch you in the next one.